Seems like we've been talking about you coming here for months and months now. How relieved are you that it is finally over? And what was the most difficult part of this process for you?
Thank you. I think the most difficult part for me was just not knowing, the unknown. It was whether, I get traded or whether, I go back to New Orleans. So I think the unknown was just the most difficult for me. And then when, it was announced that I was being traded, I don't say it was a sign of relief. It was just, something that, that I thought about for a long time. Obviously, it was tough for me to, leave a city that I've been playing for 7 years, but I think it was, best for me, and it was my time. But when I found out I was getting traded to the Lakers, I realized it was an unbelievable opportunity for me to be here, with a wonderful organization, and then get to play alongside, LeBron, and obviously now the players that we have now. But back then, before, it was really just LeBron here. And so, to get the opportunity to do that, and come here and play for an organization that's all about winning, winning championships, and that's the only goal. I think that was the biggest thing for me, just the relief there of not knowing the unknown anymore and knowing where I was going to be next season.
Just wondered how you think that playing alongside LeBron on offense and defense is going to impact your game, just having somebody that's along that same level of skill. And then I also wondered, Coach Vogel, if you could address that as well.
The things you do on the floor is pretty amazing. You see it on TV, and you're a fan. When you're a fan of the game, you watch it a lot. And I never really had a chance to experience, playing alongside him. 2012 Olympics, I didn't play as much. I was like the towel guy, just waving towels. And then, we had a little bit of time doing All-Star games, but to get a full season and to see the things that he's able to do, pass, shoot, talks well defensively, he's a great leader. So I'm excited to, get a lot of that, this season and just go from there.
I was just kind of curious over the last few months, how has that relationship evolved, and was there any sort of words or advice that kind of carried you through the last couple of months where you had a lot of uncertainty from him?
No, I mean, a lot of people before the trade happened, speculated that I was coming to the Lakers just because we had dinner. Me and LeBron are close friends, and a lot of people and players in the league are really close with each other off the court. And obviously, if I live here in the summer and he's available, we players tend to go to dinner, and so there was a lot of speculation there. But when it happened, obviously we were both excited, and we haven't really talked much about the team as much, but I know it's definitely going to get talked about, and try to do whatever we can possible to make this team a championship team next season. Well, this season. I'm excited about it, and I'll put our roster up against anybody. I feel like that, in the 7-game series, that we'll come out victorious.
How are you seeing a long-term commitment to this club? Are you prepared to make a long-term commitment here? How do you view your time here, and your what is your purpose?
I haven't had much time here, to be honest, but honestly, I'm focused on the season. When I got traded here, my goal is to bring a championship here, with the team that we have. And, when that time comes around next year, then you can ask me that question and we revisit it. But right now, my focus on this year and trying to figure out how I can help this team and, help this organization become a championship team.
What were you doing when you were told that it finally went through and you were going to be a Laker?
I was actually in Malibu, and I don't know the name of the hotel, I don't know how to pronounce it, the one right next to Nobu. I was at that hotel. And I was watching a movie, laying in bed watching a movie, and my agent called me, and, in the middle of a movie, I don't really like to answer phones and text, so I was like, I'll call him later. Then he called me again, so I did kind of hit it, all right. And then I was like, wait, let me call him back. So when I called him back, it went straight to voicemail. So as me being a 26-year-old, I went straight to Instagram to start looking, and that's when I saw it, and I was like, oh, and now I'm blowing his phone up now, and, you know, we finally talked and just kind of, you know, figured out what happened, and he was telling me what was going on, so, yeah, that's what was going on. Huh?
What movie were you watching?
I don't even remember. It was like a blur. It just all happened so fast, you know. I can't even think of the name of it. It was like some sailor movie or something like that. I don't know why it was on, but it was pretty interesting.
Your teammates again with DeMarcus Cousins, and he was saying the other day that you guys never wanted that to end when you did get to play together. What was it? What did you learn about him being his teammate the last time you were?
Obviously, before, you know, he came to New Orleans, I knew him off the floor, you know, very well, and then on the floor, you know, all the media attention he got for being, you know, emotional. I didn't really see that. You know, me and him are really close, and, you know, I kind of told him before, like, you know, we got one goal, you know, so it kind of, he understood, you know, and I think, you know, when, you know, you're in a situation like this, and obviously last year, I mean, it was rarely talked about him being emotional, and when you come to another situation like this, it's not going. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all, because we had one goal, and it's to win. And I loved playing with DeMarcus. Obviously, we didn't want it to end, but obviously he had to move on and do what's best for him and his family. And now we got the opportunity to, you know, reunite in a great situation. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, the NBA's got rules. They don't like you to switch jerseys right before they start printing new ones for the upcoming season. Next year, though, he can get it done. I thought there were some pretty good moments here. Rob Pelinka starting it off by saying it's a history-shifting type of acquisition for the Lakers. AD eventually saying, when he was asked, what does he think of the roster? He said, I'll put our roster up against anybody.